Hi, this is Kate from Workplace Wellness. This is our practice today for our neck, shoulders, upper back, all those spaces and places that get tight. We're going to start seated and then we'll just flow a little bit more. You don't need any special equipment. A mat is nice if you have it. Maybe a blanket for underneath your knees if they tend to get sore on the ground. What's really important in any yoga practice is that you listen to your body. So that means if I'm suggesting a sequence or a move and it just doesn't sit right or well in your body, it doesn't feel great, please don't do it. I encourage you to modify slightly yourself, to find a little adjustment or an adaptation that suits you. Or if you're not sure, just wait and then join in with something that suits you really well. I believe yoga should be a feel-good practice. It should make you and your body feel nice. So please don't endure things, enjoy the stretches. So we're going to start seated. You can find yourself a nice comfortable seat when you're ready, and we'll place today just your left hand on your heart and your right hand around your solar plexus, so just above your belly button. And once those hands are there, just let things soften in your body, let them relax. And in yoga, if you've never done yoga before, we generally breathe in and out through the nose, if at all possible. We'll focus on lovely long, slow exhales, especially out the nose. They tend to be quite soothing for your body and really useful when you're doing a stretch. But today, just for the very start of our class, we're going to do 3 breaths together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. So if you're going to join me, just take a nice deep inhale, and then a long, easy exhale. And then we're going to take a big inhale in through the nose, really fill the lungs. Hold, and then exhale, just, and again, inhale, exhale, last time, drink it in, let it go, and now allow yourself to think about your shoulders, your neck and your collarbones. So an optimal position for most of us is having a sense of spaciousness across the collarbones and a sense of length in the back of the neck. So anytime during your day, if you feel you're kind of slumped forward and down at the desk or you're off to one side, gently opening the collarbones, lengthening through the neck, core on, heart lifted, will help the posture for a lot of us. We're going to begin today thinking about our shoulders, the little joint here, and also your shoulder blades in the back. So with the shoulders, we're going to just start to circle around. And as those circles now hopefully get bigger and bigger, what I'd love to see is that we roll the shoulder blades apart and squeeze them back together. And we'll show you from the side. So as you're doing that movement today, rolling the shoulder blades back together, that's retraction, and forwards and apart, protraction. So now as we do this, we're starting to create, you can probably see lots of space in your upper back. And then reverse the direction so that you go a few times the other way, and you should just be breathing the whole time that you do this nice and comfortably. And then we're going to try and see, can you get your right shoulder to slide forwards in circles? And then your left shoulder to go back at the same time. Super confusing, but maybe you can do it. Or can you get your left shoulder to slide forwards? And then your right one to go back at the same time. Good bit of brain training. And then from here, we're going to take your arms really wide if you can. Now, as your arms go wide, watch this doesn't happen. Try to draw up the shoulders, create those lovely open collarbones, and then just reach, like you're reaching the 2 opposite sides of the room here today. Like your arms or your wrists are being pulled out of their sockets, keeping your neck lovely and free. We're going to keep this reach of your arms. Look over one shoulder, back through the center, to your other shoulder, back through the center. Nice, easy breezy movements today. Then we're going to take your right thumb, turn it down, and your left thumb up. And then your left thumb down and your right thumb up. Shoulder screws. We're going to do a few more of these if you can. Keep reaching, creating space. And then after you've done a few and your shoulders start to get really warm, we're going to slowly, gently bring the arms down. For your neck, we're going to bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. How does that feel? What we're looking for as we do this, right ear towards the right shoulder, is a lovely stretch in the left side of your neck. When you've done that, try not to let that left shoulder hike up in the air. So we're grounding down through the left shoulder, right shoulder going to right ear, excuse me, and then reach away with that bottom arm. Maybe turn the thumb down on that left side. And if your neck is okay, if you're enjoying this stretch, here's what you can do. Tuck the chin down slightly and lift it up slightly. And here we're getting a lovely stretch now, hopefully anywhere down the left side of your neck or into your upper traps, an area that gets really tight. When you've had enough of that, we'll relax the arm, bring your neck back to neutral, find those lovely open collarbones, lovely long neck, release that tension. This time we go to the opposite side. So from an open position, a little bit of core strength, we begin to bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. How does that feel? Can you find a stretch here on the right side, anywhere from your ear, down into the neck, across the upper trap? When you have that, if it feels okay, remember we're not letting the shoulders hike up, we keep them grounded. We reach now long and out through that right arm, rotate the thumbs up, points down. And if you're okay with this stretch, begin to tuck your chin ever so slightly and lift it ever so slightly. So nice easy movements, tucking and lifting. And hopefully breathing here the whole time. When you've had enough of that, we relax the arm, come back through the middle, look after those shoulders again, and then for your spine, and this is one I'd love you to do at your desk, we're going to exhale as you curl like you're curling into a ball, and then inhale as you glide the shoulder blades back, elbows back, lift the heart, chest and chin. Exhale as you roll forward, close it up. Big inhale as you open up. So if you see from the side, as I exhale here, rolling into a ball, as I inhale, I'm almost in a back bend. And now you can really make this quite wiggly. Keep creating lots of space in your body and see how much you can get your lovely spine to move. When you've had enough of that, we'll have a little moment here. Take the arms out, see if you can reach the hands back and behind you. Draw the shoulder blades back in together. Lift the heart. Lengthen through your neck. Take a lovely big breath in. And as you exhale now, we're going to begin to lift the hands up, up, up and away. Neck should feel free. You should be able to turn it left and right. Working on as best you can, getting that heart to lift while the arms lift up to wherever your body allows. Those of you who enjoy this shoulder stretch could do like a little wiggle side to side. We absolutely don't have to do that. And then once you've had enough, we'll so slowly release. Shake out those arms and shoulders, and we're going to go on to hands and knees now. So onto your hands and your knees, all fours, so that you're going to get to just free up some more space. So probably every yoga class you ever do is going to feature this cat-cow. We start here with your shoulders right on top of your hands and your knees right underneath your hips, allowing your spine to move between flexion and extension. So flexion, where you're rounding off like a ball. Extension, where you lift that chin and look up. Going between those two, exhale as you curl in, your belly button and abs lift up, you drop the chin. And as you inhale, we're creating space now as you lift the chin, drop the chest, arch through that spine. So rounding, like you want to headbutt your pubic bone. And then going the other way, like you want the back of your skull to touch your tailbone. Continue to do lots of these, so you can probably see, as I do this, each of my little vertebrae in my spine is moving all around. That's what we want. And when you've had a play with that, how would it be so it's not so linear? So now you go a little side to side, maybe your shoulders get involved a little bit, maybe you bend the elbows. If you're comfy there, you can draw circles. I don't know if I said already, but don't be afraid to put a little blanket under your knee if your knees are sore. And then just freestyle so that it's as if you want to blow off the cobwebs from your body here. We're going to do like a little child's pose when you're ready. So all we do for that is press your pelvis back onto your heels as far as it'll go, knees wide, and then you can either reach the arms forward while you drop the head down, or if you prefer, you can make a pillow for your head with your hands. Here's a lovely lower back release if you wiggle your hips one side to another. Begin to release and let go. Keep reminding yourself to relax your neck and your shoulders while you're here. Then when you're ready, we're going to come forward and we're going to work on some rotation today. So here's the rotation I want you to do. I'm going to show it and then we'll do it together. I take one hand behind my neck, elbow points down towards the floor. As my rib cage here turns, the elbow will begin to point to the ceiling and then back down. So don't think about it in terms of just moving the arm. Think about moving your ribs, the whole body, okay? So when you're ready, we're going to do that together. I'm going to start on the right side, hand behind your head. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, rotate open, exhale, elbow to floor. Inhale, rotate open, long neck. Exhale down, about 2 or 3 more yourself. Your inhale as you open, neck should feel long. Exhale back down. On your last one, we're going to open. We're going to breathe and hold. And if your shoulders and neck allow, you can reach the top arm up here. You've got options for your neck. You can look straight ahead or up to your top thumb if it feels nice. Slowly we come back and down. Find your grounding. Find your breath. A little bit of core strength. From here, left hand behind the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, the ribs turn open, neck is long. Exhale as you close, about 2 more yourself if it feels okay. Just keep breathing in a way that's comfy for your body. And then when you open next time, we're going to hold it. Here's an opportunity to reach long if your shoulders allow. Think about growing tall through the crown of the head, long through the neck, and either looking forward or up if your neck allows. Slowly coming all the way back and down. We're going to work into your upper back now. So gently from all fours, we wrap in a little bit with the core. Retract the shoulder blades, they squeeze together. Protract, spread them apart. Doing that, try not to bend your elbows and try not to move your whole spine. So we create a structure, strong core, straight arms, and it's a really simple movement into the shoulders that we want to do here, just to get those shoulders moving well after a lot of sitting at the desk. Then you can start to roll them around a little bit, keep creating space. And then when you're ready, we're going to do our first downward facing dog. Now remember, child's pose is always an alternative instead of downward dog if you like. So down dog is nice to come in from all fours. I tend to go hands and knees, core strength. Tuck the toes under. Press the pelvis back towards the heels. From there, with your hands really gripping the floor, we can lift the knees. And from there, you can walk the feet back a little bit, shake out the head or neck, and enjoy your first downward facing dog. Your neck should feel really free here. I like to bend the knees a little bit, because rather than lock out the legs, by bending the knees, we can lift the sit bones up and back and create a lot of length here. Stuff like moving from side to side can feel really nice, shaking out the head or neck, or anything else that you like. Then we're going to just really gently rock towards a plank position. So your shoulders are over your hands, bend the knees, press back, down dog. Gently roll towards your plank. See how that feels? Hold it, bend the knees, and press back to your downward facing dog. A couple more times, find your down dog. From your down dog, you're going to roll forward into a plank position. And from your plank position, what you do is bend the knees a little, press back. Shake it off here, we're going to stay in downward facing dog. So if that doesn't feel nice for you, take a child's pose instead. I encourage you to explore your down dog, to try and make it feel as good as possible for your own body today. And then we'll gently just place the knees on the floor, press your hips back onto your heels. Enjoy child's pose for a little breath or two for yourself while you're here. So from this position, we're going to just do a nice little bit of rotation for the upper back. So from hands and knees, taking the right arm and sliding it, I'll just show you from the side. You're going to go hands and knees, right arm sweeps through, head comes towards the floor. So see if you can do that. All fours, right arm, head down. Breathe in that position for a little moment or two. See if you can free up space all into the neck, shoulders, upper back. Slowly slide back through the middle. Go for the other side. Breathe into this space. After you've had enough of a stretch, take your time. Slowly slide back through the middle. We're going to be working on in yoga what's called the chaturanga, just a nice lower towards the floor. We do it from plank, and then we're going to try and strengthen the upper back so that you're really using those muscles that support the back that will stop this kind of slump forward position. So thinking about what would pull the shoulders back and lift the heart up. And if we were to do it even seated now, you can kneel or sit down. How do we activate these muscles here from the mid-back to the back of the neck? Sitting comfortably, and then just thinking about retracting the shoulder blades and lifting the chest. And this is the kind of tension that I would love you to have now if we were to do a cobra. So for example, in a moment, we're going to go to plank, bend the elbows through a push-up and lower to the belly. And then once you're on the belly, with the hands either side of your chest, we're going to try to retract the shoulder blades, lift the heart, and just peel a little bit up and off the floor. So let's go for it. We're going to do a nice plank. Breathe here. If you're feeling really good today, you can do a few push-ups. Those of you that work with me all the time, I'm sure you're really missing the push-ups here. After that, we slowly lower to the ground. And you can drop your knees here if you need to, if you want to. Once you get down, lying on the floor, the forehead can come down. We have a little break. Then we make your legs strong, core strong. Retract the shoulder blades. And then inhale to find a little baby cobra. Exhale to hold. Every breath in, really working that upper back to lift just a little bit higher. Keep the breath here. If you're feeling good, you can lift your hands up and away from the floor. When you've had enough of that, slowly and gently lower to your forehead. Let your hips have a little wiggle, create some space. Next round that we do that, we're going to do really similar, but we're going to interlace the hands behind your bum. So let me show you. If the interlace of the hands doesn't feel good, you can just go back and do a regular cobra. But be really mindful to keep your pelvis strong, your core strong, your lower back strong, and to find this movement from your upper back as much as you can. So we would start here on the belly with the hands by your side. You're going to be on your forehead. I'm just looking to the side so that I can see the camera. From here, the legs are heavy, pelvis is strong, core and waist draw in. From this position, shoulder blades retract. From there, inhale to lift into like a little locust position here. Feet on the floor for now. Reach through your middle fingertips. Elevate that chest. Keep breathing here. And if it feels nice, you could go for the interlace of those arms as you begin working the chest up off the floor as you allow yourself keep breathing. If that doesn't feel good, keep the arms straight. Good. Could you do another 10 seconds here while you keep breathing? Legs strong, heart lifting, neck long. Slowly, well done. Take your time to come down. Forehead rests on that floor. Hands come in underneath your chest. Core is strong. Push up, back. Enjoy any version of a child's pose that is nice for you, or any little rest position that feels good for your body. And then we're going to finish either seated, cross-legged, or kneeling, or something else that feels good for you. That's the end of our neck and shoulder kind of release, just really focusing on that area. If you wanted to, what you can do is pair this practice with the full body flow or with the hips and hamstrings or something so that you get a longer workout. But if that's it for today, that's amazing. Remember when you're at your desk, scapular movement, lots of that. Anything that strengthens your back, and the little posture reset, heart lifting, abs on. So abs, heart, collarbones. We're going to just finish again the same as we started with 3 nice easy grounding breaths. You can do your left hand here on your heart, right hand on the solar plexus. Eyes can be open or closed. And as you breathe in, imagine filling both of your lungs as much as you can. Hold it, exhale, let go. About 2 more, inhale. Hold, exhale. Last time, a really big one, big inhale. Hold it, let it go. Take a little quiet moment to thank yourself for showing up, for doing this practice today. Gratitude for your body and everything it does. Thank you for practicing with me. If you have requests, get in touch. I'd be really happy to hear them. Other than that, I hope you take really good care.